Finally tonight, there's no doubt the television industry is an uncertain business, but at one end of the industry, people couldn't be less concerned. They're the amateur TV buffs who tend to make things out of junk and who have little interest in transmitting pictures, except to show they can. They also tend to be slightly eccentric. Jeff Sims has been sharing the world of the ham man.
Welcome to the shack, but don't kick the BMAC receiver over. I use that to watch the ABC from the satellite, from OSAT.
It mightn't have the mock Hollywood glamour of some network channel foyers, but don't go on appearances.
It is a television station, it's a radio station, it's a ham shack, it's a development laboratory.
It's a bit of a mess too, isn't it?
Well, there are two types of shacks. Those that are an absolute pigsty and those where nothing happens. Picture, sound.
Amateur television, like ham radio, has a touch of theatricality about it, such as improvisation.
This equipment is all built out of junk, and it works.
Love my beautiful purple blue lips. That's the camera doing that.
Good evening and welcome to Ham Television.
You can't be sure about that, clown.
I can't be sure.
And introducing, live from his Springwood studio, shack.
Don't miss it if you can.
My name's Julie, VK2XBR, and there's Brian, VK2KML. So once you get your amateur ticket, you forego your surname, and you substitute your call sign for that, and thereafter say you are known.
Right, this is VK2FP here, transmitting from beautiful downtown sunny Heathcote under a 500-watt bulb. Why did I look into that 500-watt bulb?
Never mind the bulb. Why does a ham man blind himself with science?
To fulfil that urge to create. I suppose it drives a sculptor to make something ugly and stick it up in the middle of Melbourne. I mean, it isn't any use to anyone, but he had to do it, didn't he?
The sculpture here at Springwood mightn't be a lot of use to anyone either. It's more a plaything.
Go on, take a bite. You've wrecked the rest of it. You might as well wreck that bit.
Hey, Julius, are the cockies upsetting transmission?
Not really. They've tried to. Give them another 5 minutes, I'd say I won't have another antenna left.
Well, which way are you pointed? Is that Sydney down there?
Yep, straight through. Somewhat south of the city centre.
Julie VK2XBR's aerial sculpture sets him and his house apart from the neighbours. Their sculpture is no less original. They just keep most of it below the roofline. But those birds outside and more birds inside.
My life is a mountain of bird seed.
Why is that? What's happened up here?
Well, the canary sprung a leak and all his seed keeps landing on all the equipment, in the ashtray, on the mirror, on the robot slow scan, on the junk. If you took the bird out of the cage and let him fly around the room, he'd never starve to death.
Well, I don't want to be too logical. But why do you have birds in your radio shack?
Well, every electronic engineer knows that a spurious emission from any piece of electronic equipment is called a birdie. If you're tuning on a shortwave radio and you hear a go through, that's a birdie.
How does it go? Oh, right.
Or it could go, or it might go. Who knows? Hello, Ferdinand. How's my fat rat?
Well, out of place perhaps, but no more than most other things here.
He is none of the things that are normally ascribed to rats. And he's rather enjoyable, if you want the truth. And I suppose, if you want an honest answer, I have him purely for the perversity of it.
If ever Ferdinand should break out, he'll face a ready welcoming committee. 15 cats, permanently kept indoors.
Our cats are never allowed out. We lost 2 to the cat thieves that cut them up for fur, and we had 1 run over. So from there on in, we kept them all in, the idea being if you keep the cat in, you keep the cat, such as this useless ginger thing here.
Who's he or she?
That is the duck. Did you enjoy that, Pluppy? You went to sleep in the middle of it, you fascist pig.
Okay, you're ready to take tonight's gas bag night?
Back to amateur television and bringing in a picture of ABC off satellite the hard way.
I mean, any fool can go out and buy a TV set and an antenna and put it up, in Sydney at least, or surrounds, and watch TV. That's no great challenge. For me, the challenge is to get the picture direct from OSAT. Now, I should have sound. That's the sound from ABC TV. But if I switch the TV over, that's ABC radio, and that's all coming from the same thing.
What was that yum, 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 yum bit?
Oh, that's on the TV.
The predecessor to
The afternoon show.
In a word, success.
But it's that overwhelming urge to do, a sort of inner drive, which I can't control, which controls me, that pushes me.
That is the place to be. And I hope to see you there. In the meantime, catch you later.
Catch you later. Jeff Sims reporting. That's it from us tonight. A special